Viewers, what a day it has been. What a chilling day. It spells almost, viewers, an apocalypse. And with it, the debate has ended. Terror does have an ideology, a religion. And Umar Nabi, the man in the center of your screens, has just self-identified. It's happened. And maybe it was only a matter of time. For years we were told that India would remain immune to the most extreme form of jihadist violence, which is, viewers, the suicide bomber. Never in our country, from the Islamist persuasion, has there been a suicide bomber. There was only one. And that, viewers, was part of the LTTE. And I'll take you all the way back to the early 90s, when Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated. Viewers, that somehow Indian Muslims would never be drawn into the deadly ideology is what we were told. But Umar Nabi proved that assumption wrong. This is the man who blew himself up near the Red Fort. And now investigators have recovered a video he recorded a few months before the blast. Viewers, he is recording himself repeatedly. And we have caught hold of one of those videos. And in that video, Umar Nabi sits calmly in a chair. That is a swivel chair. And he swivels like this, viewers. He swivels like this very casually. Beard trimmed, crew cut, a crew shirt. He never once looks at the camera directly, but his gaze is also not lowered in the way that he is ashamed of what he's saying. No, viewers, his expression is firm. It may be evasive, but it is firm. His eyes are a bit red. And then, without hesitation, viewers, he explains that what the world calls, quote, suicide bombing, unquote, is, in his words, a, quote, martyrdom operation, unquote. He says it is religiously ordained. A Fidain attack is religiously ordained. He says it is well known in Islam. And he justifies it with the exact vocabulary used by the Hamas, by the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, and by the Jaish-e-Mohammed and the Lashkar-e-Toiba. This is crucial. This video is crucial, viewers, because Umar Nabi isn't talking about politics. He isn't talking about discrimination. He isn't talking about alienation or poverty. He's talking about faith. His own words show that he believed he was carrying out God's work. God's work, he called it. This is not the rootless secular violence that apologists love to invoke, viewers. All these woke activists will tell you that, oh, you know, these people, they have been driven to doing this. Viewers, this is the precise doctrine preached by global jihadist groups, where armed struggle is framed as a personal religious duty, and where dying in the attack makes you a shaheed who receives rewards in the afterlife. That's why this video matters, as it exposes the apologists. What have they been saying, viewers? What have they been saying? Imran Masood of the Congress is a member of parliament, this man. And he says, Centre has created fear in Kashmir. Centre's promise of safety now is broken. Delhi unsafe due to Centre's fault in Jammu and Kashmir. In a sense, viewers, implying that people are picking up arms out of resentment against the Indian state. This is what the Congress's member of parliament believes, viewers. Viewers, as I was saying yesterday to all of you, we are sitting on the edge of a precipice. Kashmiri Hindus were actually targeted for their religion and kicked out of Kashmir. Relive, Galiv, Chaliv, convert, die or get out were the slogans that were chanted. Did any of them, viewers, return to blow themselves up in Lal Chowk to prove a point? No, viewers, they didn't. Neither did they invoke their religion. In Pahalgam, the victims were asked their religion. They were asked if they can read the kalma or recite it. They were asked to drop their pants. Viewers, have their victims tied themselves up with gelatin sticks and walked into Lal Chowk? No, viewers, they haven't. Mehbooba Mufti of the PDP says injustice in Kashmir brings repercussions. Blast timing before elections needs to be probed. This is Hussain Dalwai saying all this, viewers. A Congress MP and a Congress senior leader, in fact. Former MP. And Mehbooba Mufti is not far behind, viewers. She says, and look at what she says, viewers. Let's pull it up. Let me just, Centre created fear in Kashmir. Centre's promise of safety now broken. Delhi unsafe due to Centre's fault in Jammu and Kashmir. This is what they're saying, viewers. This is what they're saying. And when, viewers, you press them, they say, bhatke hue hain. They're misguided youth. The fog has lifted. He uses religious justification as his motive. Now what are these wokes going to say? So the question is simple. Will the political class end the denial and unite in good faith to empower the security forces to fight the good fight? Viewers, that's the fundamental question, because if we are divided, if we make excuses, if we rationalize this business like Europe did, like America did, viewers, we're done for. We're done for. I want to open this up, viewers. And we're going to ask some honest questions. Tausif Shah, let me bring him in. He's the leader of the PDP, senior leader of the PDP. I hope, sir, today you are going to unconditionally denounce your boss, Mehbooba Mufti, who is creating a justification for what Umar Nabi did when Umar Nabi says, in his own words, that he is fighting a holy war and he is ordained by his faith to do this. I hope, sir, tonight you will have the decency to respect those who were killed by Umar Nabi's blind hatred, his bigoted worldview, and you will say, not in my name, not in my religion's name, not in our Prophet's name, may peace be upon him. I hope tonight you will take, sir, the statesman-like high road. And I beg you, sir, to do that tonight. We need to hear from the moderate Muslim. We need to hear that this is not part of what you believe. And that these people are the real apostates, the real kafirs, and what they are quoting is also blasphemous. Please say this tonight. I beg you, sir. We need some hope. I, as a Kashmiri Hindu who was kicked out of Kashmir, sir, need you to say this, because otherwise, sir, we can never return. Never.
Now let me begin. I'd just like to say, yes, it's a very heinous act what has been done. We accept that he was a terrorist. And there's no other, no justification for him not being a terrorist. Now, Mehbooba Mufti has been misquoted in various places. She was the first leader who has given the tweet who said, you deal with the strongest possible law of what you have. With everybody who has supported this terrorist, who has blasted whatever he has blasted. There were approximately 28 people, you see, from Delhi to Srinagar, 28 people have been killed, some in Delhi, some in Srinagar. So they all belong to the nation. So Mehbooba Mufti has been only saying that. She has been gravely misconcepted. She is, sorry to say, she has been gravely misquoted. She is saying, you deal with the strongest possible hand, but don't do any harm to their families. He was an independent person. He was a person who has been raised by his family. He is a son of a very poor person. He is his mother, She used to work in different homes to make him a doctor. Then when he became doctor, somehow his mind got, I don't know who brainwashed him, how he was brainwashed. But he was brainwashed. He
But he's told you, sir, how he
took
was
the path.
brainwashed.
He took the path.
He's
He
said
took
it
the
himself.
path.
You don't need to
How,
wonder.
how? Just tell me one thing.
He came
Now
out
tell
and he
me
has
one
said,
thing.
now, one minute.
You cannot come directly. You cannot come directly with
Tausif
a blast and throw it
Tausif Shah,
somewhere.
Tausif Shah, 1 minute, 1 minute. First of all, I just want to play out Mehbooba Mufti's soundbite. Director Saab, can we play out Mehbooba Mufti's soundbite? Play it. Let's see. Kitna misquote kariya unko. Suniye, viewers, listen.
मरकजी सरकार से आपने बहुत तबाही मचाई 2019 के बाद। ये जो दहशत का माहौल आपने बनाया, आपने दुनिया को बोला कश्मीर में सब ठीक हो गया, मगर अब देखिए कश्मीर का मुसीबत जो हमारी थी वो परसों रेड फोर्ट लाल किले के सामने बोल पड़ी। आपने वादा किया था कि आप जम्मू कश्मीर को सेफ बनाओगे, मगर आपने यहाँ की सेफ्टी तो दूर की बात है, आपने तो दिल्ली को भी अनसेफ कर दिया अपनी पॉलिसी से।
जो आपने यहां तबाही मचाई थी, कश्मीर की मुसीबत रेड फोर्ट के सामने बोल पड़ी। नाउ व्यूअर्स,
क्या ये मुसीबत नहीं है?
एक मिनट तौसीफ शाह, 1 second. I have not asked you anything. I have just played out. मैंने किसी पे कुछ इल्जाम नहीं लगाया. I have not accused anybody. I have just said, let's take this. No, 1 second.
I have to give the clearance.
No, sir. What clearance? I have given you the soundbite.
In what context?
आपने context क्या है, sir? कि we have been discriminated. We have been. No, 1 second. 1 second.
No, there are few lines before it. There are few lines after it.
Sir. Give me 3 lines. Give me 3 lines, sir.
You have quoted a line. She said that यहाँ का जो दर्द था, जो मिलिटेंसी अभी तक जम्मू कश्मीर में ही सीमित थी, वो अब यहाँ से निकल के दिल्ली तक पहुंच रही है। जो यहाँ पर हमारे जवानों के साथ हो रहा था, वो आज दिल्ली में भी होने लगा है। Was she wrong in saying that we need to stop this all? We need to introspect. We need to see why this is happening. How can you stop an educated person?
Mr.
You can
Shah.
Stop an illiterate.
Mr.
You
Shah.
say that.
Mr. Shah.
Just a
Mr.
second.
Shah. Mr. Shah.
Just
Mr.
give
Shah.
me 30
Mr.
seconds
Shah.
more.
Mr.
Just
Shah,
give me
1
30
second. 1
seconds,
second.
please.
No, listen. 1 minute. Listen. I am not here to hold a court of inquiry. Please. I think the viewer understands what is being said, in what context it is being said. Now, you can paper over it and I give you full marks. You're a spokesperson, you're a spin doctor. This is your job. And you're doing a very effective job. That's great. And you can take 5 stars from me out of 5. But great. But I can tell you one thing, viewers. You see, if you were to extend this logic about resentments, imagine what you will end up justifying. I can tell you, viewers, that there are many people who have been killed because somebody decided that their actions were blasphemous. You know, Sartan se Juda gang, they come and they kill you. Now, their kin should strap themselves to a bomb and go and blow themselves up instead of every sort of religious area, this, that, the other, that belongs to another community. But they don't do it, viewers. There is no rationale for terror. Gandhi ji turned the other cheek as he told us to. Now, you may be a supporter of it, you may not be a supporter of it, but he didn't say, let's all strap up and become. Which Indian viewers at that time, before independence, did not have a grievance against the people who were ruling them? Every one of us did. We were kicked in our spleens. Did we become terrorists? And certainly not in the name of religion, viewers. We didn't say that, you know, there are these kalmas, this, that, the other, that force us to do this, we'll be guaranteed this, that, the other. This is what the man is saying. You see, the beauty today, and the tragedy also, is that this man is a self-declared jihadi, fidain, in the name of religion. Dr. Ranganathan, am I cooking this up? This man has come out and he has confessed that there is something like this. Now, we are, as a nation, so tongue-tied. We can talk about Hindu terror, we can talk about Hindutva terror, because there is no one who will come and say, "Tumhara sartan se juda ho jayega." But the moment you invoke these words, and I am putting my head on the chopping block, viewers, by saying that yes, today terror has a religion and this man has confessed to it, I become, viewers, a Hindu terrorist. That's what they will say. An Islamophobe. Dr. Ranganathan, you tell me, what is going on here?
Good evening, Rahul. I'm afraid it's not that you might become, you have. ever since this morning you tweeted the clip of the suicide bomber, some screechy RJ has accused you of the very same, saying that how dare media publicize that clip because it would radicalize people. She is the same person who has never condemned millions turning out at the funerals of terrorists. Talking of which, the previous panelist, please ask him in his spare time, why did his party chief, Mehbooba Mufti, eulogize the terrorist Nasrallah and even suspended her election campaign for a day as a eulogy, as a tribute? These are the people, and you know them, but let's get back to the issue. Quote, suicide bombing is a martyrdom operation and it is known in Islam. Dr. Umar Nabi, Red Fort suicide bomber. He's right. Quote,
It's wrong.
never say those who martyred in the cause of Allah are dead. They are alive and with Allah and are being looked after. 2 154, 3 169. And by the time I end, I know this. I will be, Rahul, accused of 4 crimes: misinterpretation, miscontextualizing, whataboutery, and non-believer ignorance, kafir ignorance. Never mind. Look, there are 2 things you need to understand. Number 1, there is no such thing as radical Islam. Tell me, if I read and follow chapter and verse of the book Biochemistry by Leninger, do I become a radical scientist? Or if I memorize the Sebastian textbook of surgery, would you start calling me a radical surgeon? The essence of azan amplified through the loudspeaker 5 times a day is, quote, no one has the right to be worshipped but Allah 4062. Do not take disbelievers as friends unless they convert 489. Those who disbelieve in our verses, we will drive them into a fire 456. Fight against those who do not believe in Allah. Fight them until they give the jizya while they are humble 929. And that often publicized verse 532. That Islam preaches peace because Quran says, quote, if you kill one human being, you kill the entire humanity. Well, that is a conditional order for Jews, children of Israel. And the very next verse, 533, describes the awful punishment for them if they don't follow it. Look, we've been here before. A practicing Muslim who believes in the Sharia and every single word that there is in the Holy Quran is a good Muslim. While a Muslim who drinks, fornicates, indulges in idle talk or music, supports Muslim women who reject the burqa, draws a portrait of whomsoever he wishes to, marries a non-Muslim, is homosexual, gives equal share of inheritance to females, and is fine with all his fellow Muslims being all of the above, is a bad Muslim. Allah himself has defined just who is a good Muslim, 33, 36, 3, 132, 8, 2, 49, 15. And every single time, Rahul, the apologists cringe at violence or retribution being ordered. They bring out the excuse of context of interpretation in order to hide the true meaning. In fact, I challenge them, it is the Muslims who are Islamophobic. They fear Islam. They fear to bring out the orders and the commandments of their holy book in its entirety on Jews, Christians, polytheists, homosexuality, apostasy, heresy, dress code, wife beating, blasphemy, because they fear being called illiberal and hypocrites. So they end up condemning and branding as radicals the Muslims who are faithfully following the fundamentals. They spare the fundamentalists, but spare the fundamentals. Now 30 seconds. Dr. Umar Nabi is following the fundamentals. Rahul, the disbelievers of that time, polytheists, Christians, Jews, homosexual, apostates, were seen to possess certain characteristics, and it is these characteristics that are condemned and ordered to be punished in the Holy Book. The orders are not for non-believers of that time. They are for anyone who possesses their characteristics for all time. It is specious, is it not, to claim orders that apply to non-believers are meant for non-believers of that time, but orders that apply to believers, i.e. Muslims, are meant for believers of today's time? And second thing we have to understand right now, as long as we believe everything else is a lie, we are sprouting thousands of doctors like Muzammil and Shahina and Umar who have only one reason to live: death.
Well, viewers, let me take sample number 2 now. Sample number 2, viewers, says, and he's a Congress senior leader, Hussain Dalwai, injustice in Kashmir brings repercussions. Here's no ambiguity here, viewers.
Amazing.
Blast timing before elections needs to be probed. RSS should be probed over provocation. As if, viewers, their provocation has resulted in Umar Nabi turning himself into a martyr for the cause of his faith. Now, Sheikh Amir, I want you to tell me, are you there? Are you listening?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Do you think injustice in Kashmir brings repercussions in Red Fort? Tell me, sir. Answer the question.
Rahul, what is the fun of debating? When the debate is about every Muslim is a terrorist, Quran preaches, whatever is written in Quran, it only talks about violence. It talks about, it goes against non-Muslims, kafirs. Mr. Ranganathan knows that whatever he's saying, he's not talking about Quran. He's talking about his own interpretations. He knows it. That's why he says somebody will come up, people will come and they will say it's a wrong interpretation.
Yes.
According to Dr. Ranganathan, clearly he says that all the Muslims, not only Indian, everybody who is a Muslim is a terrorist. That's what he's
Do
saying.
not put words in
And
my
what
mouth.
I don't think he said
What is
that.
left- what is
No,
left
Sheikh
to
Amir
debate?
has not said that.
What is
Blatant
Rahul?
attempt at
left
dog
to
whistling.
debate?
Please, why don't you just
I'm on
step
the
in?
debate.
1 second, Dr. Ranganathan,
Rahul,
explain
let me
yourself.
complete. When Dr. Ranganathan
First,
was
No, one
talking,
second,
I
one
want to
second, one
find
second.
gave him enough time.
Let him.
One
No,
second.
you can't slander somebody because,
gave
sir,
enough
the
time.
repercussions of slander in this country are
No,
huge.
you felt-
No, 1 minute,
you
1
think-
minute.
you think
Let
I'm
him finish.
slandering?
Let him explain. You made a
No,
charge
Rahul, you
against
think
him.
I'm-
Have you, Dr. Ranganathan, 1 minute.
Rahul,
I am conducting
Rahul, you
this
think I'm
debate.
speaking
You have
against
made a
Ranganathan,
claim
that's what-
against Dr. Ranganathan. Let him defend
Now-
himself in a sensitive matter. That's the least you can do.
Rahul, let's
Let him
finish.
defend himself. You cannot
Yes,
misquote
Rahul.
somebody on the show. Yes,
Now,
Dr.
I-
Ranganathan,
Rahul,
respond.
I-
And let me
I-
lower his
Rahul,
fader.
it's very
Yes.
unfortunate.
No, 1 second. We'll come to you. Yeah, make your point.
This is also from their textbook. It's not a holy textbook. But I want to ask this Congress spokesperson a simple thing.
No, first
simple
explain.
question. Sheikh
Respond to
Amir.
him. Respond to
Yeah,
him on what
I
he
am.
has accused you of.
Rahul,
I am.
Yeah.
Sheikh
You
Amir.
gave him
Sheikh,
enough time.
अरे यार सुन लो ना यार सुन लो have some decency please Rahul, can I continue?
Yeah.
Anything goes against
Why oh god, this is excoriating.
he think-
Look,
no,
Sheikh,
no, you-
listen,
you-
I'll come
I
to you,
don't-
Sheikh Amir. Listen to him. You have made an accusation against him. He's on the show. He has a right to rebut.
No, I'm
You
here
can
to
then
speak.
come back and
I'm
you
here
can
to
rebut
speak.
him. That's how a
You
debate
pick up
is
the lines and
conducted.
start- No. This is not.
No, what do you mean? No.
This is not.
What do you
debate.
mean? No.
He spoke, You
I
gave
don't
him enough
know.
time.
No,
He
you
was
are not.
speaking
You are not
uninterrupted.
addressing yourself to the question I asked you. That injustice in Kashmir brings repercussions. Blast timing before election needs to be probed. Hussain Dalwai, your Congress
what you-
leader, is saying
what you
it.
should be-
You are
what you should be
misrepresenting
debating
what a
about.
panelist is saying,
Rahul,
and the
what you
panelist
should
has
be
no
debate-
right to defend himself.
I'm here. I'm not here. I'm not.
So
here
1
to
minute,
listen this-
just give me
listen this.
give me
No.
30 seconds for this gentleman to clarify his name. Because the last person who could not get an opportunity to clarify her name is today sitting in house arrest almost.
Let him clarify.
Yeah, so let him clarify. Yes.
yes, why did Sheikh Amir, why did you say that all Hindus are terrorists? How dare you say that?
Who said that? Who said that?
So who said all
said that?
Muslims are terrorists? Who said
You
all
said
Muslims
that.
are terrorists?
You did.
When When?
You are referring to Quranic verses.
When?
You are referring to Quranic
When
verses.
did I say?
Misinterpreting them, Ranganathan.
There we go. It's so easy to expose them.
What should be
As
the-
I
what
said,
should be
it's
the
not
debate
just
about?
one Umar.
Debate should be
It's
about
not just one
why
Umar.
this attack happened. Why our people got killed. Why people
Why
got killed
did
in
you say
Pahalgam.
all Hindus
Why?
are terrorists?
Okay, so hang on. Sheikh Amir.
Why did you say all Hindus are terrorists?
When-
जेल जाना है
when
क्या
Hindus
आपको?
get-
जेल जाना है? All Hindus terrorists कब से हो गए? Why did you say all Hindus are terrorists? How dare you? 1 billion Hindus को
you can
terrorist
say
बना दिया.
anything. Nobody can stop you. You
क्या
can say
पढ़ के
anything,
आते
whatever you
हो?
want to say.
कि सारे Hindus
Whatever
से
you
hate
want to
करते हो
say.
इतना?
Okay.
What do you read that you make hate Hindus so much यार? क्या पढ़ते हो
don't
बताओ?
think- don't think
क्या
you-
पढ़ते हो?
you-
And how many
no.
times do you read in a day? कितना इतना
This is-
hate
this
कहाँ
is
से
the
लाते
answer.
हो?
This is
So
how
much
you claim
poison.
yourself. No.
Where is
Okay,
it
one
coming
second.
from?
Let's calm down. Let's calm down.
There is so much poison
Sheikh
coming
Amir.
from Sheikh.
Yeah, okay. Let me
It is
ask the
coming
Sheikh.
from the sand
Let me
dunes.
ask the Sheikh Amir. Let me ask him. Sheikh Amir, I want you to answer this question. Hussain Dalwai has come out and said the injustice in Kashmir brings repercussions. Do you accept this? I'm only asking you a statement.
Rahul, I'm not going to accept anything. The only thing I'm asking is that when Pahalgam happened, Delhi blast happened, why don't we question the government? Why is this happening? Nagrota happened, Uri happened, Pahalgam happened, Pulwama happened, and we don't question the government.
Okay.
Somebody
No,
said
question
something. We're
what?
not here to debate that.
I'm going to question
Somebody
why
said
did
something,
Umar
Mehbooba-
why did Umar go to some cleric who is a preacher of Islam and become radicalized? The government needs to answer
Some
for that
preacher-
also.
No.
Boss,
Some
you have
preacher
no
said
you have
something
no
that he
onus,
got-
no
he got
responsibility.
brainwashed.
What do you mean he got brainwashed?
This terrorist, you cannot say
Yeah,
that
so
this
brainwashed by
terrorist is
what?
falling-
By what?
Huh?
Who are these
Some-
clerics?
some- No, it's not the Islamic teachings.
No, I'll tell you,
It's
viewers.
not the Islamic teachings.
Okay.
He was not being.
Okay, it's not
It's
Islamic
not
teaching.
Islamic. Don't blame Islam for
But
that.
then why is this man saying that I am performing my religious duty? That this suicide bombing is well known in Islam.
So are you telling me when a Hindu kills somebody, just he claims to be Gaurakshak?
But you always say that. Don't you not say that he's a Hindu terrorist? आप बोलते तो हो.
Jai Shri Ram, what do you mean by
Who
that?
came up with these
He's a
words?
Hindu terrorist.
Who came up with
We
the
blame
words
Hinduism
Hindu
for that.
terrorist and
We will
Hindutva
blame
terror?
Hinduism for that,
No,
Rahul.
1 second, Sheikh Amir. Is it not a fact that your Congress party leaders came up with the word Hindu terror? What is Hindu terror? अब आप बता
Hindu
दीजिए.
terror? What is Islamic terror?
Well, I'm asking you.
Who was Godse?
I'm
Who was
asking you.
Godse?
See now, viewers,
When-
there you go.
when-
So
when-
there
let me-
you
give
go.
me 10
Godse is a
seconds.
Hindu
Rahul, give me 10
terrorist.
seconds.
No, 1
2
second.
minutes,
1 second.
Sheikh.
1 second. 1 second. Lower the fader. Godse is a Hindu terrorist, viewers. But Umar Nabi is a Bhatkawa individual. This is the double standards.
Amazing.
They
Amazing.
cannot come out and, viewers, call out what is a rot within the system. I want to ask you, Sheikh Amir, who chanted the slogan? Who chanted the slogan? Ralev, Galev.
the helm of the affair.
No, I'm asking you. Ralev, Galev, Chalev. किसने chant किए वो slogan आपके कश्मीर में?
किसने किया? Find them.
किसने किया?
Find them and hang them.
Find them. You support them, sir.
Government तुम्हारे
You
पास,
kept quiet.
सब
Did
कुछ
you come
तुम्हारे
out on
पास,
the
सवाल
streets?
हमसे पूछ
Did you
रहे
hold
हो।
a press? No, hang on.
From
Did you
last-
hold a
from
press
last-
conference? No Congress leader, viewers, held a press conference to say, or held a candle in their hands to say, what has happened has not happened in my name. This is not what we stand for. Sab chup the when Kashmiri Hindus were kicked out. Why? Because
When
of
Muslims are
Islamist
lynched-
terror.
when Muslims are
Because
lynched,
of
why don't you hold a
Islamist
candle
terror,
in
they
your
were
hand?
kicked out, viewers.
When
I want
Muslims
to
are
open
lynched
this
in
up.
UP,
1 minute,
when
I want to
Muslims
open
are
this
lynched
up.
in Rajasthan, why
Sir,
don't you hold a candle in
sir,
your hand?
do we not? Do we not?
No,
What
you
was
don't.
all made in?
You
No,
don't.
hang on, 1 minute, 1
You
minute.
don't.
People
Your
have
debate
returned.
is
1
not
minute,
about
1 minute,
why
1
this
minute, 1
is
minute, 1 minute.
happening.
Lower the fader. 1 second. This guy
Why-
will keep shouting over me. He won't accept the facts. Did Hindus not return, viewers, their awards? Did they not give up their medals? Did they not come out and they say that not in our name? They held a huge protest in Jantar Mantar. Are Hindus not fighting the cases for Akhlaq and company who were lynched? You name me one, viewers, from the other side who has come out and held a candle today and said not in our name and marched. They marched for Nasrallah. They hold a candle for Nasrallah. They hold a candle for that Hamas fellow who was
Memon.
blown up eating a pizza in his home.
Yeah.
Isn't it true? Yeah. Sinwar. वो आपके बड़े वो मॉडल्स हैं. ओसामा जी हम थोड़ी बुलाते हैं सर. आप जानते हैं कौन बुलाते हैं? आपके पार्टी लीडर्स बुलाते हैं. ओसामा जी, ओसामा बिन लादेन
I
जी,
don't understand
हाफिज सईद
someone
जी.
like-
1 minute. Tuin Sinha, would you like to respond to this charge that Sheikh Amir keeps making, that the PDP spokesperson will come to make if I give him another opportunity? That look, at the end of the day, you see, this is all a misrepresentation. This is an opportunity to
Rahul,
victimize
the
Muslims, and you have
video
got
of-
one. And Major Arya will come in right after. Yeah.
Well, Rahul, the video of Umar Nabi should have set alarm bells across the country. But instead you have Congress party, instead you have, the PDP trying to normalize this kind of a terror propensity. Now, when it comes to the Congress, I'm actually quite surprised. They seem to be diligently proving, the new name that Prime Minister Modi has given them, which is Muslim League Maoist Congress. But why blame, Sheikh Amir, or why blame Tausif Shah over here? The problem lies with the top leadership of the Congress party. Last week, do you recall how P. Chidambaram had come up with a normalization, with a sort of normalization of what happened in, via the Delhi blast, when he says we need to figure out, we need to introspect why there are educated terrorists. Now imagine the notoriety in the behavior of P. Chidambaram. Between 2004 and 2009, there was this organization, Indian Mujahideen, which P. Chidambaram as Home Minister had no control over. And who was heading, Indian Mujahideen? Riaz Bhatkal. What was the qualification of Riaz Bhatkal? Civil engineer. So most of these, terrorists, most of these new age terrorists, very shockingly, also have high educational qualifications. Now, instead of calling them Bhatka hua yuva, Bhatka hua yuvak, or why are educated terrorists, I think the Congress knows answers. The Congress, has been reduced to a fringe because of its hypocrisy, and it continues with that hypocrisy. But this hypocrisy is dangerous from the point of view of national security, and the country will not tolerate Congress doing this. The reason why it is being relegated to beyond a fringe, it is not even, it does not exist anywhere in the country because of this attitude.
Okay. I want to bring in Major Arya,
and of course, just 10 seconds, 10 seconds more. Just 10 seconds more. I heard the PDP spokesperson trying to, manipulate the comments of Mehbooba Mufti. But don't we all remember her comments just prior to the abrogation of Article 370? What had she said? कश्मीर में एक बच्चा नहीं बचेगा जो तिरंगा लहराएगा, जो तिरंगा फहराएगा. And now 6 years down the line, her frustration has only increased because the whole of Kashmir is aligned with India, barring a few radical elements which they tend to support even now.
Viewers, I have held up my mobile phone and I am quoting now an independent source, India Today. Nothing to do with CNN, News 18, TV 18, anybody like that. This is a website article, and Major Arya, I want you to explain this. Display of ISIS Pak flags is expression of anger, says Farooq Abdullah. This, viewers, was Farooq Abdullah Sahab. Display of ISIS Pak flags is expression of anger. For them, viewers, either you blow yourself up or you join the ISIS, it's okay. Bhatke hue log hain who are expressing their anger. So this is nothing new. And when this statement was made, viewers, I'll tell you, this was made back in 2015. Talking about 10 years ago. The mindset has remained the same. Mehbooba Mufti today, Abdullah 10 years back. This is their mindset. ISIS, Major Arya, can you please tell our viewers what this ISIS, Islamic Jihad, Jaish-e-Mohammed mindset is? You have been a student of national security. How do you fight radicalized Islamist terrorists? I don't know. It's a losing battle as far as I'm concerned. I think it's important. You look at Israel. 2.5 years it has been trying to extinguish the flame. It hasn't succeeded.
No, Israel will extinguish the flame, and so will we. Yes, it's difficult, but it's not impossible. You just don't take the foot off their neck. You keep on pressing down. Now, this whole thing about...
this is a hydra. The point is, you put your foot on one neck and 10 people come to apologize for that. You see?
We have many feet. We have many feet. And we have more feet than they have heads and necks. What I'm trying to say here is that, the Congress spokesperson, Sheikh Amir, when Anand Ranganathan was making his comments, the first thing he did, very typically, Sheikh Amir, he tried to scare Anand Ranganathan. So what he did was, this is very funny and I was laughing, he's tried to scare him that you're saying all Muslims are terrorists. What he wanted to do actually, and I'll tell you, and I'm telling it on his face, what he wanted to do was put a mark on Anand's back. What he wanted to do was scare him. He wanted to do a Nupur Sharma on Anand Ranganathan. देखिए शेख साहब कोई डरता नहीं है, किसी को दो कौड़ी का फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
Somebody misinterpreting Quran.
Sir, एक मिनट. Allow me to speak, sir. Allow me to speak. No क्या होता है? No क्या होता है? मैं आधे घंटे से चुप हूँ. I listen to you. Listen, एक मिनट.
आपके दादा हिंदू थे, कुछ तो शर्म कर ले भाई.
एक मिनट. इनके दादा जो मर्जी हो. सर एक बात बताऊं मैं, ये जो पूरी कश्मीर में स्टोन पेल्टिंग होती है, where did it come from? It came from Hamas, it came from the Intifada. It came from the Intifada that the Palestinians was doing. And today, Dr. Nabi's, the guy he was trying to radicalize, whose father self-immolated, he was making these drones.
Yes.
I mean, he was trying to put explosives on drones. He was trying to put rockets. Where did he get it from? He got it from Hamas. Oh, bhai, baat ye hai. Let me explain to you. This whole thing you said, where do you must have seen those images of stone pelting in the valley before Article 370 and 35 were abrogated. Didn't you see so many flags of Islamic State? And everybody, all these guys, whether it's stone pelters, they would put up this one finger shahada. Right?
Yes.
One finger, one God. And all of them who had joined Islamic State, who had joined affiliates of Al-Qaeda or Hizbul Mujahideen or other this thing, I forget the exact Arabic name now. What I'm trying to say is that, you see, there is only one language that the terrorists understand, and that is the language of violence. ये हम लोग जो बहुत समझाने की कोशिश करते हैं ना, भटका हुआ नौजवान, ये भटके हुए नौजवान को पुट देम 6 feet अंडर द ग्राउंड, ये सब ठीक हो जाएंगे. ये जो बुरान के साथ करा था वही इसके साथ कर रहे हैं. ये जहां आप छूट देंगे, इट्स लाइक अ स्नेक. You remove your head, the snake will bite you. You crush the head, the snake will understand. And the snake can be a friendly creature when it knows that it's going to get hammered. So what I'm trying to say is that if anybody thinks, and all these politicians, whether from Congress or any other party, who are trying to say that, something has happened in Kashmir, and therefore, I'll tell you, you mentioned that you were a Kashmiri Pandit. I want to tell you something, Rahul.
Hindu. Yeah.
In Kashmiri Hindu. So, I was roaming around here in Noida taking a walk. This is a few years back. There is a house that I saw. It belonged to a Kashmiri Pandit. I will not take that gentleman's name. Outside his house, he had written Renawari. आपने तो पंडितों को निकाल दिया, उन्होंने कश्मीर वॉशिंगटन डीसी में बना लिया, नोएडा में बना लिया, बॉम्बे में बना लिया, और यहां पे क्या बना? डॉक्टर नबी, जो अपने आप को फाड़ रहा है लाल किले के आगे. ये आपसे कहना चाहता हूं शेख साहब.
This is the problem. Yeah. What is this, Dr. Ranganathan?
Yeah, this is ANI. This is ANI article who is saying that Mehbooba Mufti had said rivers of blood will flow if Article 370 is abrogated. अब जरा इनसे पूछिए तौसीफ शाह से कौन सी rivers of blood flow कर गई.
But I'll say one thing to you. You see, viewers,
they're all the same.
This competitive politics, this appeasement politics would not have. अच्छा, एक मिनट, शाह साहब, एक second. This, you see, these comments would not be coming had there been no political process in Kashmir, had it remained suspended. Then, and I've been proven right today, those fires have been set off because there are people who are competing now for vote banks. The Supreme Court has to ask itself, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Should they not have listened to the executive? Should they not have left the decision in the hands of the executive? And today, viewers, they are demanding full statehood. Once they demand full statehood, law and order will be under them. Once law and order is under them, viewers, all these people will be out, doing what they cannot do right now.
Rahul, do you know who this is?
Let me tell you this. Yeah.
Some already are out and on the panel. No, but to be serious.
No, let's not go there. That's not fair. That's not fair. Forget that. That's not fair. That's not fair. Just forget that. Yeah. That's expunge that. Expunge that. But the point is, viewers, the point is there are sympathizers. There are many sympathizers. There are many apologists who are out there. And that is the danger. And they're educated. There is nobody coming out with a candle, viewers, today to say that. And remember, viewers, more Muslims have been killed by Muslims in the name of faith than in any other tradition on earth.
With your statehood.
Yes. Very quickly, and I want to move on.
This is me on a flight, to Srinagar, and I have Farooq Abdullah sitting next to me, and I wrote to my friend, I said, sitting with the King Cobra himself.
Well, some people will call him that, viewers, but somebody who comes out and says, 10 years ago, that people waving ISIS flags, etc., are bhatkawa, misguided. Viewers, it tells you where they're coming from. Let me tell you that. That seed was planted then, it is sprouting today. I want to move on. Viewers, there's been a massively big development. And it